I have the squeaky chair today. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, everybody. We are the Super Barley Brothers. Today is August 6th. That's right, it is a Thursday if you're looking at your calendars. We are some old-ass men that have decided that this weekend will be spent sleeping and drinking and playing Batmans and... Actually, Dragon Age Inquisition drops into the EA Access Vault, so I'm gonna get that downloaded here soon.
Nice.
But we old motherfuckers, so we're gonna knock this. And I'm sorry, I've got like some congestion going on, so it probably sounds like I've been screaming my head off. I have not been to the latest heavy metal jam concert slam dance thing. That's not why. It's just old sick allerginess. That's all it is.
It's Texas weather.
Right. So my name is Ian. I'm Fiend75002, and with me always are my two cohorts here on the Super Barley Brothers. How you doing today, Scott?
We're not going to get into details about today or this week because, just in a nutshell, I'm backing up somebody that decided to go to Hawaii while they have one of the most elite customers pretty much asking how far could they shove a stick up our ass and make us do stuff that we don't want to. So I've become the puppet in this.
Well, come on, puppet, speak.
Oh, it's dance, it's jiggle, it's everything. I got to break dance and all that. And yeah, it's not been a good week, but I have something to talk about later, and I actually did beat a game this week, and I'll talk about that more in a bit. It's not really a game that I want to say made me feel better, but it's another notch on the list of 2015 games that I have beat this year, so it's nice.
Just keep in mind when we get to it, you don't.
Oh no, I've already talked to John. I will not spoil anything, so listeners, I promise you, I will only talk about gameplay and nothing about the story.
And if he doesn't, you will hear me start yelling at him.
Either that or Ian's going to use Master Control and just shut down Scott's feet.
Right. Yep. The red button.
All right, well, John, how you doing there, Chief?
Oh, man. I'm with Scott. It's been a rough week. Now, granted, I'm not having to back up people that are in Hawaii, but it's been a rough week. So, with that being said, I have
What are you drinking, dude?
delicious beer. IPA for National IPA Day.
That's right.
Hop dish.
You had to not bring that up before we recorded, so I opened a beer that is not an IPA. I totally forgot. That is today.
You know, I was actually debating on opening it up this the Lion Chair.
Wait, did you get a growler of that or something?
No, so I got a Prowler. Since in Texas right now we can't do growlers.
It's a plastic bottle.
So we have plastic bottles, BPA friendly and FDA approved.
But for the next 30 days, they just posted on our local growler shop, they are selling as many growlers as they have in inventory. So if you actually want to own a growler before they run out or stop selling them, you can go for the next month.
Okay. Now, but that's not against the growlers like the big 64-ounce fucker I've got, right?
No, it's strictly against canned
aluminum. Mm-hmm. Aluminum is bad.
It deals with the sealing and the manufacturing that the TABC decides to do.
You mean Anheuser-Busch?
No. I don't think it's too much. I don't think it's too much of Anheuser-Busch, because if Anheuser-Busch had control over it, they'd be controlling Oscar. And Oscar has no problem at all.
That is true. Well, just to go off of what you're drinking. Oh, yeah, John, say what you're drinking, because you didn't even get to say what it is. You just showed it. What is it?
Thought I did. It is Liftbridge Brewing Company, and the beer is called Hop Dish. And it is a 70 IBU.
Kind of hops.
Oh, shit, I don't even know if it provides that.
Look at me trying to be a beer snob.
Someone's Mr. Fancy Pants.
Is it Cascade or Mosaic?
Seven hop varieties, but it does not indicate the hops being used.
Nice.
It's good though. I like it. It's tasty. It's not overly bitter like most IPAs can be, so you don't get that cotton mouth that comes out of the end of it.
Yeah. Where are they located?
It still stays within style. These guys are located in Stillwater, Minnesota.
Sweet. So we actually got one of our listeners that is a Minnesota resident. So Todd, if you're listening to this episode, check them out.
Yep, we got y'all's beer.
Yeah,
trades.
We in your brewery drinking your beer.
Your beer are belong to us.
So
Again, we old men.
Yeah, we old men.
Scott, what are you drinking?
I am drinking tonight. I almost thought about opening the old ale, which is the anniversary this year for Lakewood, but I remembered how much I liked last year, so that is what I'm drinking. I am drinking Lakewood's Anniversary Lion's Share #2. This is a Berliner Weiss, aged in red wine barrels, but not like a Merlot. This is more Chardonnay flavor. It looks like a grapefruit, like a ruby red grapefruit. Very sweet and not that much alcohol by volume. It's only about a 3.5. I like it. It's sweet. It's simple. It's like a session, and that's what I needed tonight. I didn't want it to go too heavy. That's for this weekend, and the birthday party I'll be celebrating this weekend. So, yeah. And Ian, since
you're gonna be drunk,
since we haven't even asked you, how are you doing, sir? And what are you drinking tonight?
I am doing fantastic. Things couldn't be better right now. Well, I mean, things could always be better, I guess. Well, let's see what.
Amiibo Hunt 2015. Get ready.
Dude, I'm a little pissed off that on September 11th this year, right, I'm going to be hunting for a little plastic half-naked woman.
Yes, hey, so did you also see what GameStop is actually doing this Saturday?
What?
You can go into their store and you can pre-order the 3-pack of the retro amiibos, which is Duck Hunt Dog, Rob, and whatever the fuck that Mr. Game & Watch.
You know what I do at GameStop?
And I'm like, why those 3 only? Yeah, what do you do?
I go in and I look at their old ass shit. They're old shit, like they're old.
They got it in stores now? I thought they were only.
No. Not the retro shit, but like they're looking to just get rid of. That's all I look at. I don't go in there to buy anything new. I don't go in there to buy anything recent either. If I'm gonna buy something, it's gonna be like a couple of generations ago.
Yeah, you want to buy something used 2 months for $54.99 instead of $59.99? You're a dumbass. I'm sorry.
I had a buddy of mine.
We don't even have to go on to that subject, but go ahead. What's your buddy?
Well, no, I gotta tell you this quick story. So a buddy of mine, his wife tried to surprise him and bought a Wii U. Well, it turned out to be the first lower SKU of the Wii U, and she bought a crap ton of games with it. Well, since there's like only 8 gigs of memory on that thing and not the 32 that you technically need to even be able to do anything with a Wii U, they couldn't play any of the games. She bought it at a GameStop, so they tried to take it back and be like, "Look, man, it's not fitting our needs." And they're like, "Well, we can't refund you."
No, come on.
We can buy it from you as used.
Oh, that's crap.
Yeah, we'll give you half of what you paid.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
To then turn around and resell that same thing for the same price.
I can't believe that they're actually selling the 8 gig. Now, did your friend know, though, that you could hook up an external hard drive to it?
Yeah, okay, but he didn't want to go through all that.
I know, but you can buy 32 gig flash sticks. That's
what I told him is like, if it comes to the point where you can't possibly get your money back, I will buy it from you for what you paid for it, and take it off your hand, because I would do the same thing. I would just go out and get an external hard drive and slap it into it.
I need some Nintendo players. I need some Splatoon teammates.
Can you create a team in that game yet?
Absolutely. They're actually, right now you can do private, but it's not ranked matches. They're actually going to do more where you can actually do private rooms. And this new patch update, I think it already just came out, or it's coming out in a week or two. But all this stuff that they've been pushing out's been free, and in the next one they're actually going to add private rooms to where you can add more than just one person. Right now you can only invite one person, and they're in your. Yeah, I know it sucks, but leaves are rolling. Hey, I give them credit for what they're doing because it's all free and it ain't costing me a dime, and I'm getting a lot more content for the game as opposed to other games that release and push other DLC that cost money. And we can not talk about that game because I haven't played it in about a month. So,
a Destiny.
Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna hold out and wait until probably the Taken King, but we don't need to go into that. What are you drinking tonight? Oh, I got you.
I'm a little pissed off. I'm a little saddened, and I'm a lot happy because I'm a big pumpkin fan, beer pumpkin fan, and this shit is already out. Mm-hmm. So of course I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna drink it. And Wasatch has 2 brews that I got my hands on the day I finally was able to go in there, because it was one of these things where I saw all these things being released at Choice Beverage by their Instagram account on a Friday when I was getting my son. I don't generally take my son there, and it was kind of one of those things where it's like it's not one of my big 3, so I'm not all that worried about it, and went to it that Sunday after I dropped him off. So I picked up their pumpkin, the ale, I guess that's what this one is, the seasonal pumpkin ale brewed with pumpkin spices, and I picked up the Black Lantern, and this one, this year, I actually prefer over the Black Lantern.
Wow.
Black Lantern is more of a stout. It's kind of a muted pumpkin kind of flavor, but me, I like to taste the pumpkin pie in my pumpkin beers.
I'll keep that in mind when I brew you one.
Good. Now, as John was talking about his beer, I happened to read on the back of the label this little tidbit that it's got. It says, "Grown-ups need treats too, and our pumpkin ale is just the trick. Careful though. This malty amber has more than a hint of pumpkin and might just put a spell on you." And then it's got the food pairing, which is bat wings and giblets.
Nice.
Nothing like the Mormons to kick out some wacky beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I've had both of those too, and you know, I've got to ask: is it that satisfying to have a pumpkin beer when it's 110 degrees outside? Don't get me wrong. No, I love the pumpkin. I'm right there with you.
So to me, it's just a flavor. That's all it is. Now, stouts, I tend to stay back from stouts too much in the middle of the summer because they're so thick and heavy. Yeah. Since that's an ale, it's okay. It's just a sweeter ale. That's all it is to me.
Yeah.
But I'm addicted to that shit, and I've still got pumpkin coffee from last year that I was still drinking on because I buy that shit up.
Have you ever had pumpkin spice Jello?
No.
I don't know if I go with Jello.
I'm not sure I do that route, but
it's Jello pudding.
Okay, pudding's different. I thought you meant Jello is in the wobbly.
No, I don't even eat that stuff. No, but pudding.
No, that's sound effect that you make when you suck that out. Jello shot.
Let's take that out of context.
Come on, we all. Oh shit. Hey, here we go again already with the sexual innuendos.
Well, did you put the whipped cream in there too?
From last year. Very good observation. All right, somebody listens or remembers shit.
I drank too much to remember that shit. So.
I know.
What was yesterday?
Yeah, right.
What?
Who is tomorrow?
So Ian, before we go into video game talk, I do want to talk briefly about Gamescom and your conference and how I am getting closer to wanting to get an Xbox One, especially after they showed the Halo 5. I just can't justify $500 right now. It is a sexy looking system, I ain't gonna lie. Blue and the gray.
They're selling the
lock version.
For $500?
$500. It's a 1 terabyte hard drive, and you get the digital copy of Halo 5 plus the. Yeah, it's a little bit. When I could get the Master Chief Collection for $343 or whatever it is on Amazon, that's where I just can't justify it right now.
That sounds like a ripoff.
What's the it's a 1 terabyte, and again,
a 1 terabyte is $100.
I know. Again, the external hard drive. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, see, and I've got a 2 terabyte external hard drive slapped on the back of mine. So I've got what 2.5.
So I mean, of course, they have to try to sell you by saying, "Well, it comes with custom sound effects, and it comes with a special auto rifle that you get in Halo 5. It's an SMG. Yeah, it's some SMG with the scope." Well, I don't know if it's like the R2-D2 with the Xbox 360.
Oh, what is it going to do? You press the button and it goes, "I'm Locke. You'll forget my character soon."
I'm Locke. How are you?
I'm Locke. Did anyone watch Nightfall? Ian did.
Yeah, nobody's going to be able to. And, oh yeah, it doesn't come with Kinect, which kind of sucks too. But
for $500, no.
So yeah, I mean that was the first thing that I saw, and I'm like, damn, it looks nice, but no, I can't justify it. Second though, your conference though, I am psyched, man. Especially after seeing Crackdown 3 gameplay. Oh, dude, when you saw him run through that agility orb, I was like, I'm home.
Well, see, the thing that drew me
in there.
The thing that drove me nuts is when he was standing next to it, and they're like trying to set up the whole thing of him running off of it. There should have been that.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, the roaming.
Yeah. Because that's what you use to
next to it.
Yeah.
So of course that, and then I am interested. I don't know much about Quantum Break. It looks cool. I mean, I don't get how it's supposed to be a game / and you have to watch the show or something like that. So more to come on that. And then I can't wait to get my PC. I don't know if it's gonna be Xbox One only, but I can't wait to get Killer Instinct and get. Is it Rash that they added?
Yeah. So he's added right now for a brief period of time.
Have you played it him?
No, I haven't had a chance to play it since they.
Because you saw the gameplay, right? You saw his foot turns into a dumbbell as you keep.
Well, yeah, and it does the
like the
game
game
with the spikes on the bottom, and he can do the.
I was just like, oh, that's awesome. It's so awesome.
I picked up Rare Replay today.
So you got it?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh hell yeah,
so I mean, yeah, like that right there too is another reason why I want one. I mean, you guys brought it, and especially with the DVR stuff too, which is kind of interesting to me too, where you'd be able to record everything, and you don't have to worry about hitting a damn button like we have to do on our system on the PS4. Where I'm like, oh shit, I should have recorded that. Oh, too late now.
Yeah,
I love Twitch.
I mean,
So I love Twitch and not having to worry about that on the PC.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like to broadcast, and I like to record because I've already admitted this before on a previous podcast, but
so use Raptor.
The stream quality, no, I'm talking about on console, not on PC. The stream quality on the PS4 is shit compared to the Xbox One. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's an outdated software or something. I don't know. It's not pushing the... It could be. But when I record and I can actually compress it and upload it, and I can add my own music or whatever to it, that makes me want to just record and upload. You, on the other hand, Ian and Ryan and everybody else that's got an Xbox One, you can justify streaming because you're getting that same quality as you do when you record. So it's not like you have to worry about, lag or, the game freezing on the stream and, looking like shit, and everybody's just like, oh, I can't see what you're doing. Anyways, I'm telling you that I'm hope maybe the next year and a half, maybe I want to get one eventually.
Buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah, I know. That would be the only other way that I would get one.
If I had known that you guys were interested in it, I'd have run into the place at QuakeCon where you guys were chilling out and told you they're giving one away. Come out.
Oh, they did? Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
I entered the raffle. I didn't win it.
Mm.
Shows you how well Scott was listening.
So, I didn't listen. Come on, QuakeCon, really? Anyways.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that in this podcast tonight. We can do that later. So, anyways, I wanted to talk about Gamescom. I know there's other announcements that have been, but I could really care less. I just know that you guys, I am jealous that Sony didn't do anything, and it kind of pisses me off. And whatever. I mean, you guys actually showed games instead of it. E3, where you just briefly talked about Crackdown 3, briefly talked about this. You're actually trying to
We didn't even talk about Crackdown 3 or Scalebound because we told said up front that was going to be at Gamescom, so that people wouldn't ask about it.
I think they're actually really trying, and I got to give props to whoever the what's that guy's name that comes out now on your stage?
Phil Spencer.
Thank you. I got to give him props because he's actually trying to get people in other countries besides U.S. to buy that console because there is, definite promise to it now, and I hope that a lot of people. Scalebound looks awesome with the 4-player co-op. I mean, it looks like a Monster Hunter.
So give me a game where I can ride a dragon.
Heck yeah!
By Platinum Games. Oh damn!
I could Scalebound a dragon. Anyways, I don't know. So I don't know if you wanted to, was there anything else about Gamescom? I just wanted to briefly talk about that and give you credit where credit's due.
Well, yeah, you weren't there, so
I know.
it's kind of more one of these
what
things.
I saw and heard.
Well, no, it's like, and that's one of the things is like for the longest time I was going to come into this and be like, we won, we brought it, but you guys didn't even walk through the door.
Yeah.
Even though it was down the street comparatively to E3. What was it? Oh, one of the big surprises for me was Halo Wars 2. I seriously thought that game series was dead and gone with Ensemble Studios. So
yeah, Jerry's super psyched about it, and
I'm
he's
stoked.
Yeah, and it's from the like I posted, developers of Alien Isolation and Total War, which Total War, if any of you PC players have, I think they're actually on sale right now on the Sega. Amazon's doing a digital games sale for Sega games, and that's who does Total War. Total War 2, Total War Napoleon, Empire Total War, they look freaking incredible, and for how dated they are, I'm really interested to see what kind of graphical upgrades they're able to make this Halo Wars game look, because Total War to me is so beautiful compared to like your StarCraft and your Red Alerts and all that other stuff. It's more clicks per minute to do those types of games, where Total War is strategic, just like Halo Wars. You got to plan your moves. You don't have unlimited time, but you also don't have to be super fast.
Yeah.
You plan your tech, you build your stuff.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the same kind of AI construct and programming that was done in the first Total War was actually used in the Lord of the Rings movies to help with, at least in the Fellowship of the Ring at the beginning, when you see that large area of all those people.
That would not surprise me, because you talk about aerial shots and movies like that. I mean, yeah. Absolutely, I could definitely now see that if they actually got that team together to put it together, that CG scene. I would not be surprised. It's awesome, man. I can't wait. Yeah, next year. So, odd announcement, like they said on Giant Bomb, to like Halo Wars 2. Did we really see that trending on Twitter? What the hell?
Yeah. Well, and I like the fact that they're going to put that one not only on the Xbox One, but they're going to put it on PC as well. That way Jerry can get it without having to buy an Xbox One.
Absolutely. Oh, I have to ask you real quick before we go into what we're playing, because I know we're running a little bit late now. Are you going to get Gears Ultimate now that all the Gears games are going to be okay?
I wasn't even going to buy Gears Ultimate.
Okay.
Because I have the first 3, and I have a digital license to Judgment. There's no reason for me to buy that Ultimate Edition, so I'm not gonna.
Fair enough. I didn't know once they announced that all of the Gears of War were going to be made available for free to whoever bought it. That would entice you a little.
See, I already have them. That's my whole thing. It's like, I understand where you're coming from. Like, if I had sold them off, like,
sure.
I don't know, some other.
Well, that's why I didn't know like how much of a graphical.
Sell off his 360 every time he didn't want to fuck with it anymore.
Hey, what are you talking about? I don't know. What do you mean by how many times I bought a 360? It was only 3 times, damn it.
Yeah, and none of those times did they red ring. It was only because you sold it and then wanted to buy another one to play Halo 4, Gears of War 3.
Halo 5 is coming out in October, right?
Too bad there's no split screen, or I'd say come on over and we can jam that together.
Yeah, that kind of is a downer, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Anyways, John, you haven't talked for a while. I want to hear about what have you been playing, and enlighten us with your story time.
Enlighten you.
Yes. I want to know. I want to know what's going on.
That's how Scott interprets my gameplay.
Dude, this game is a story for how you describe what you're doing. I'm telling you.
Oh, let's be honest. Story. Well, so a quick side note. So I'm playing Fallout New Vegas, and it's just me. I hadn't played any of the Fallout series, although I may have played 3 at some point in time, but I don't have it within my library for Steam, so the only assumption I can make there is that I just didn't play it. So I picked up New Vegas cheap one day. I can't remember when it was, and I've got just shy of 30 hours into the game so far. And I'm only maybe half through the leveling system.
I didn't know you've put 30 hours into that game already.
Oh, yeah.
With as much time as I've spent on Steam lately, I'm constantly seeing him in it. And when that little thing pops up and says he's playing New Vegas, I wish there was like a like button that like pops up in that I could go, yes, I like the fact that he's enjoying that.
You can hop it broadcast. You can watch the broadcast.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, Steam.
Yeah, Steam has a broadcasting system now.
Here's how you do it to anybody listening that wants to know. So if you go to your friends list and you see that one of your friends is playing a game, if you click on the drop-down arrow that's over their name, like if you want to chat with them, if you look at the drop-down list, there is one that says Watch Game. I think it's what it's called, or
Watch Stream or something, yeah.
Watch Stream or something like that. And once you click it, it'll actually open up a window inside Steam, and then I believe it pops up a pop-up message to the person playing the game, and will say, hey, this person wants to watch you play. Do you want to allow them to watch? And then you click OK, and then pretty cool.
I'm going to have to try that.
Yeah, it's a little broadcasting thing. It's one of the options within the settings, but you can set it up to have whatever you want.
Pretty cool.
And I think I'm streaming at 720.
So talk a little bit about the game, and you can go into story in a bit, but what I really want to hear you talk about, because you shocked the hell out of me when you made this statement in an email this week that said, I'm thinking about restarting the game.
Hey, when you're upset that you can't do certain things because your levels aren't set right, you kind of want to go back and redo it. Because when I start...
Well, I'm sorry, go on.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. What?
I was going to say, but there's so much other shit that you could run off and do to get your levels up so that you can get points and put them elsewhere.
I know, and I made a sad realization the other night that I had screwed up in the way that I did a lot of the computer hacking. Because on the terminals, you only have 4 chances to get a password right. Mm-hmm. And if you don't get the password right within 4 opportunities, it locks out. You can never unlock that terminal again. And through reading some of the wikis, I found some of the ways that you can
cheat the system.
Well, you can do 3 exit and then go back in.
Well, there's that, and then there's the one if you find anything that's inside of parentheses. Yeah.
Yep.
Are you playing with a gamepad, or are you playing with mouse and keyboard?
Mouse and keyboard the whole way.
Okay.
Only reason is because it's a shooter, and I need to be able to tab out real quick. It's a shooter with an RPG element to it. That's probably the best way to describe it in my world.
Absolutely.
It's not your standard like JRPG like Final Fantasy where you go in and you've got preset selections and you're working through a menu through every attack sequence that you're in.
Huh. But there is the VATS system that can kind of sort of make it feel a little bit like that, but at some point you'll run out of those action points, and then you have to actually like play the game. Play the game.
Actually, I find myself utilizing just standard attack more so than VATS, unless I'm close enough and I've got a weapon that's got bonus crit damage. At which point in time I'll turn that on, aim for the head, and watch it gib. And it makes a pretty little splat in slow motion.
That's Gibbs. I love it when you blow somebody up and you're like, fuck, where'd he go? I need to loot him. Oh, here's his eyeball. Mm-hmm. And his eyeball is still carrying his armor, all of his ammunition, that big-ass hammer that I watched glitch out and fly across the map. That's here, too.
You know those hammers sell really well, too.
Oh, hell yeah. You should have seen it. Like, one of my first times playing the game, really early on, after you run into the, what is it, the Centurions, whatever the fuck they're called. There's that little old lady that has the garbage yard thing. You remember her?
Yep.
So really early on, when I first started playing that, I walked over there and I bumped into her, and as I came out, there was a Centurion patrol, and I had already pissed them off, so because I was going full on this playthrough, I was going through full what is it, NCR, California Republic, so I was going full NCR, and I already kind of basically pledged myself to them really quick. And so they started shooting at me, and I took them out, and I got encumbered grabbing all of their stuff. There's like 4 naked bodies out there, and there's this guy like slowly trekking back, and I'm like maybe half a football field away from this lady's place, but I'm slowly just trekking. I'm like, I'm gonna buy all your shit, lady.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. That is the one thing that I absolutely hate about this game is the distance between everything. Mm-hmm. And unless you utilize fast travel, it is tedious. walking through the middle of the damn desert.
But see, there's one of the ways that you could level up more and put points where you missed. Is by actually walking around and fighting the big rad scorpions.
Oh, I find this
rad
stuff.
as in like in the 80s. That's totally rad, bro.
Oh my god. You actually went there.
Yeah, why
That was
not?
greatness.
You got rad
No,
boys.
and I realize that, but I've got, probably 15 quests and side quests set up right now that I'm just running. So whenever I can kind of get to a quick area and level up and whatnot, I just need to unlock my computer perk, and apparently that resets all the terminals. So I may just go that route, get the computer perk, and
Where are you at right now in the game, story-wise? Well, with that, whatever. I think it's an
Dude,
old
this
enough
game's
game.
old
it's
Yeah.
old enough. People have played it.
So what's the great? Because I heard you
I'm
talking
out at
about something about
Nellis.
sex
I
robot.
floated the plane. Yeah.
See,
So
I didn't even
there's-
know that you could build a sex robot in that game.
No. You can't build it. You have to liberate it from the Robot Factory. It's behind a computer terminal. Of course, I locked that computer terminal out.
Damn.
But once you get back there and you unlock it, then you can send it, and it becomes a prostitute.
Oh my God! Have you done it?
No, that's what I'm trying to do. Right? That's why I was
gonna
saying.
say, is it on the strip like dancing? Hey baby, come and get you some of this.
No, it just goes back to Freeside.
Oh, it's on Freeside. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's within Freeside. It's before you hit the main strip. Although I did, what did I do? I floated the lady, the B-52, for the boomers.
Yes.
So I got that completed, and now I'm making my way. I'm trying to make my way to the fortress so that I can start to get the chip and meet the cons and take out what's his name.
Well, see, and that's my thing is, again, knowing there were so many different paths as far as the story was concerned in this game, I went into it and I was like, okay, without even touching it, I'm going to play to this faction.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set out and I'm going to do this faction. And I got to the point, have you been to the strip?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've actually, it's funny that you say that because I've gotten to house and I broke through security before I got too far into the remainder of the game. I saved it, broke in, and dropped a whole bunch of plasma shot grenades with that EMP burst so that the robots can't attack you anymore. And I rushed to where house was. I was like, oh, I could end the game here. Just like that.
See, and that was my thing too, is because since I was all NCR, I was like, okay, I'm in House's place. I've got a high enough computer level.
Mm-hmm.
Let's turn him off. Let's just get this done. Whatever. But then I did that, and it fucked everything up. So
Did it really?
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I think I'm done. I did most of the DLC because when I bought it, I bought like the Ultimate Edition.
Mm.
Some of that stuff's really good. I stopped, and I shoot myself in the foot. I stopped when I was playing one of the best ones because it was really fucking funny. The one that takes place on the moon, I think it is.
Oh, I think I know the one you're talking about. I don't have any of the DLC, but I know the one you're talking about.
Okay, if you get any of them, get that one.
Which one is that one? There's Gunrunner's Arsenal, Courier's Stash. It's probably Lonesome Road.
No. Keep going.
No. Old World Blues.
Yes. As somebody got a notification on something. I hope that wasn't me.
No.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of DLC.
Old World Blues is. I'm not. Go ahead.
Wait for a sale, John. Usually that sucker goes
I
on
will.
sale
I will.
5% every
Well,
now
you
and then.
know, after reading, you guys, I'm sure you guys have read the news about Fallout 4.
Yeah, did you see the
no
newest
level
news?
cap and
no
you just play
end?
forever?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, wait,
Yeah,
no, yeah. You can play for like 400 hours. Yeah.
No, they're saying
no.
now
There is no end.
new articles
Once you
came
beat
out.
the main game, it keeps going.
Well, I'm
You
sure
really
it does. It's much like Skyrim, where it's got that little generator.
But there's no level cap.
No, that's fine. That's why
Yeah.
that way people like John don't have to restart the game.
Exactly.
Well, that's fine.
You can just keep
I like-
going.
That's my thing, and that was one of the things that really pissed me off about Fallout 3. Why, for the longest time, I didn't finish it until I got Broken Steel, because it's like it ends and you're done. That's it. It's like, no, it's an open world. It ends and then you go on.
Bring it back. You can't take it away.
Especially, spoiler alert, if you sacrifice someone at the end of 3 instead of doing the dirty deed yourself.
Dirty deeds. Done
dirt cheap.
Yeah.
For 2 caps.
For 2 caps. I think I've got somewhere in the neighborhood of like 13,000 caps right now.
Jesus.
I've got at least 4,000 real caps in Crown Royal bags all over the house. I need to get some lunch boxes and some explosives, and I'm ready for the apocalypse.
There you go. You have currency. So,
currency and landmines.
Woo!
Oh Lord.
So then that's
one thing that I didn't boost up was my repair skill, not my repair skills, my build skills. So I can't build all those fun things. But I did pick up a little boy the other day.
See, I never worried. Yeah. NSA.
No.
I'm about to say
mini nuke.
Ah, gotcha. All right. Clarification.
Yes, I picked up a little boy with Enola Gay.
Oh my God. For complete clarification, he is referring to a weapon that you can pick up and use inside the video game Fallout New Vegas. He is not talking about going to your local school and finding a lost child.
Correct.
Eyes wiggling.
You want to see my Enola Gay?
That's like.
I take it, John, you're enjoying the game. 30 hours,
very much, and I'll pick
excited?
up 4 when it releases.
Yep.
3 months, 1 week, 4 days, and 6 hours.
Look at you,
dude! I'm so agitated that
that
and Tomb Raider is on the same day.
Is it really?
Yes, and I'm gonna buy them both. So that's like $120.
What was the other game?
Tomb Raider.
Oh, that's right. Wow.
Unless Tomb Raider flinches and comes out early.
Oh, yeah, they might try to pull that and say, we're going to release it early. No, they'll do it November. That's perfect timing.
Isn't that what she said?
Yeah. So other than that and the addiction known as Rocket League, John, what else have you been playing? Anything?
That's been it. I haven't been playing anything else.
Cool.
So,
Ian, do you want me to go and talk about my game, or do you want to go in chronological order and let's talk about what you've been playing?
Oh, let's go ahead and talk about what I've been playing. First, let's get this out of the way. I've been doing a speedrun-ish kind of sort of race on Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition with our buddy Ryan, Sleek Stealthy 85, over at the Late Night Enforcers. Oh, wait, I'm part of that podcast, too.
famous plug.
I'm not going to toot my own horn here, but I'd just like to make sure that it's well known that I'm currently in the lead by 1 full mission. Like, I'm on mission 18, he's on mission 17. Wow. And I believe I'm on the last mission. So this coming Wednesday will most likely be the last night that we're doing it, and I'll probably be able to finish with enough time to stop and watch him finish.
Is there any wager on this bet or race or whatever? Oh, okay, just for bragging rights?
It's just shits and giggles. That's all it is. Just like when we did when DMC, the reboot, did their definitive edition, we both bought it and raced that a couple of months ago. God, what was that, February? I think it was. Yeah, well, doesn't matter. Damn, now my brain's going to get stuck on that. So, other than that, Ryan, the other guy that I was just talking about, is a huge Batman fan, and he picked up Arkham Knight. Well, I was watching him play it on his Twitch stream, and I was like, this looks really fucking cool. I'm going to buy the game. And I had already bought all the other Arkham games for like $5 a pop on Steam on his big, bad, beautiful bitch. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to play through all of them in chronological order until I get to Arkham Knight. Now, granted, yes, I've already bought Arkham Knight because I wanted to buy it early enough to where Rocksteady got the little notch saying, yes, this is a good game, and a lot of people want to do that.
It's a good idea.
The hell, did he fall out?
Yeah, I fell out and came back in, so...
Real quick, too. I didn't even notice you leave.
I know, right?
So
I'm that quick.
That's what she said.
So I bought it, installed it, put it on the shelf, and I said, let's start with Arkham Origins, and I thoroughly enjoyed Arkham Origins. I thought I'm not going to go into too great detail because I don't want to drag this out for too terribly long, but I actually really enjoyed it. I did feel like it was a little quick, for lack of a better term. Like, I mean, it was still a 12-hour game for my playthrough, and I didn't even like try to get 100% on a bunch of stuff. I mainly focused on the story because, again, I'm trying to clear 3 games to get to the 4th game to enjoy. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. It will stay installed on my computer because that's the only game that I've got so far where I can play single player as Deathstroke and have some fun, because Injustice kicks the shit out of me. And I recently finished Asylum, which I really enjoyed. Being that was the first one in the series, it was very interesting to go from the last one in the series, technically, into the first one in the series, because you could really spot the differences between the two. Like the stiffness in the combat, things along those lines. And it was weird going from having, in Origins you had the kind of part of the city to go around in, and then in Asylum you're on that one little spot. There's no real like grappling glide or anything along those lines. So I recently beat that, and then I've just started on City, and I'm trying to remember if I have fought anyone big recently. I am, as far as City's concerned, I'm actually a little disappointed in the Catwoman stuff. Because early on, they made it sound like there was so much that you would miss if you didn't have Catwoman. And so far, it's just been shit where I get her in trouble so that when Batman finally meets up with this next villain, Catwoman will be there to be saved by him.
Yeah, probably one of the weakest DLCs, but then again, I've heard the new DLCs for Arkham Knight are just as bad. Like the Harley Quinn, it's like an hour.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
20 minutes.
Wow, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that clarification and reason why I will... All right, go ahead. Keep going.
Well, see, now that is much like the Deathstroke DLC and the Catwoman. It's one of those things where if you buy it new, you get it. Right. And that's why I bought it so quickly, too, is because I wanted to get the Harley Quinn stuff. And I didn't want to pay extra for it.
Yeah.
Oh, and let me go back real quick. So just so that everybody knows that's listening to this podcast and watching this podcast, I'm a huge dork when it comes to Deathstroke. Like, I've got like a whole bunch of these little guys that are Deathstroke based. This one's even got this little thing on the back of his head.
Oh, that's cool.
But I've got a bunch of these little things. In fact, my girlfriend actually tracked down some lady that repurposed an old Play School action figure from it. Here, you know what? I'm just going to bring it on camera.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what that was. That's awesome.
They don't make Deathstroke figures for that series. This lady actually took it and repurposed it.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And well, no, I'm sure she had a much more of it. But she bought it with all intention for it to be a keychain. I was like, no, baby, this is too cool. Just going up on the shelf, right next to all my other Deathstroke stuff. But so when I first started playing Origin, I was like looking around for the DLC for Deathstroke because I would have gladly paid a little additional money to get him and play as him. But then, of course, I finally go into the challenge map things, and I see he's already there along with 2 other costumes. I was like, oh, well, fuck it. Cool. So I keep going back to Origins just to play as him. Where the fuck was I? City. Yes. So I just recently started City, and my week has been kind of like a lot of stuff has been going on. I think I touched it Sunday night, Monday night. Tuesday night, I was out in Fort Worth. Wednesday night, I did my race. And tonight's Thursday night, and here I am talking to you assholes.
I am impressed, though, that you've been able to complete those 2 games in that short amount of time. Yeah, well, I hope...
When you have no life.
Oh, shut up. Yes, you do. I'm really interested to hear... I want to get a more in-depth review, though, from you for Arkham City, because I really feel that the way that game ends is the best ending of all of the games.
See, and I know how the game ends.
Oh, see, you've already...
Yeah, but it's and keep in mind, you're about to talk about Knight.
I'm not going to say...
I know, but I've already gotten to a certain point where someone's visiting you quite frequently.
What? Type it in the chat.
Okay.
Do you have anything else that you wanted
Does that
to?
mean I should avoid looking at the chat?
Yeah, don't look at the chat.
Yeah, don't look at the chat anymore. Now you're gonna have to just talk to us directly. Here, you know what? I won't do that. I'll send you a quick message.
I think I know. So I know who you're talking about now.
Okay, well then don't worry about it.
The ghost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, gotcha.
So, yeah, fuck, where was I? So
Sorry.
now I'm gonna be upfront with you, and I am gonna do another shameless, quick little plug. Excuse me. As soon as shit, fuck, that one was bad. As soon as I actually complete going through all of them in this order, me and Ryan on the Late Night Enforcers, we're actually going to do a discussion type podcast where we're going to talk about it because he played them as they came out, and here I am sitting down and just buffet style doing all of it at once.
Yeah.
And we're gonna sit down and we're gonna have a long drawn out discussion about that. So
I'm really, and I don't know if you've gotten it. So speaking of Ryan from Late Night Enforcers on YouTube, look at that.
There you go, buddy.
What was his impression? Because I might have just missed it in our group chat. Did he like Arkham Knight?
So I'm not sure if we were recording. I'm so sorry. I've got the squeaky ass chair.
We hear you.
That was a zipper because I'm getting another beer. So he did
you have to
like
pull
it.
It out of your pants?
I keep this bag off to the side full of ice packs and shit.
Hey, you said I had to undo the zipper and get another beer out.
Well, it's zipped closed. He's actually doing a walkthrough that's going to be a good ending walkthrough.
Okay.
And so he's doing the Riddler grind to get to the good
what
ending.
is his? Does he like it?
Oh yeah. Well, so he's probably going to shoot me a message as soon as he listens to us, you little fucking ass.
243 Riddler trophies.
He's one of these people that plays every Assassin's Creed game.
Oh,
and
that's right. I
could damn near not get him to go, yeah, this one fucking sucked.
You're right.
Unity,
I
got him to do that, and I think he hasn't even finished it. And
no, this is right up his alley. I totally forgot he's in Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I said assassins.
Assassins.
All right. Well, sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, that's fine. I'm pretty much done. I can't. Without going into specifics because
Sure.
I want to save a lot of that for the long, drawn-out discussion. And I don't know, maybe we'll have some other people on there that have also played through every single one of the games. John
hasn't played through Knight, but he's played through all of them also. So we have plenty of people that have played through the Batman games. I would definitely want to keep notice of that whenever you guys decide to. I'd at least want to be in the chat if you guys are just going to do a one-on-one, because I'd love to contribute. But anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Are you done? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Go on. I mean, the only other stuff that I've been doing is I bought, was it the Rare Replay thing?
Yeah.
I started playing a little bit of Perfect Dark Zero.
Oh, no, not that
Oh, my God, dude.
No.
I forgot how bad that game was. It's why you move so slow? Why do you slide everywhere?
Out of all of the games on there.
It was the only
my
one
God.
that was
Battle Corp, Blast Corp, dude.
I got home, put the disc in, and I was eating my fucking Chicken Express, and then that was done, and I had to take a quick shower. Oh Jesus! Every time, and then I came out here, and that was the only one that was done installing.
Wow. I guess they really want you to play that one first. Yeah.
Ooh, but real quick, I do need to throw this out there. I am part of that preview program for the Xbox One's firmware. They did unlock Shadow Complex as one of the backwards compatible games. So, as soon as I can, I'm probably going to stream that. I know that's not one of my spooky, scary games, but that is one of my absolute favorite games from last gen. So,
I do miss that game. I actually have. I have it on my Xbox Live account, but yeah, I love that game too. It's great.
And then hopefully they'll allow us to do backwards compatibility with Red Dead Redemption, because I will play the shit out of that again.
Dude, stop teasing me. Anyways, all right. So real quick before I go into the main review of my game, which you guys have already probably figured out, it's Arkham Knight. been playing a lot of Nintendo lately. I've been playing Splatoon. I've been playing Wind Waker again, trying to finish that. And I've been playing Smash since the new update. And yes, I did went ahead and I need to get you the 3DS codes for N64, the new 2 maps and the costumes, because I bought the combo. So it's like a couple bucks more. So I'm like, shit, I'll just get the 3DS. I don't own the game, but I know somebody that does.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if it's been since Iwata's passing that I've just had a new appreciation for Nintendo, and I forgot the talent that's behind the games that they make. I feel bad that I've distanced myself and not played those games as much. So I'm really trying to go back and play through the games that I pretty much got for my son, and he played through, but I never really took the time to play them myself and to feel like I was a child again, because that's one thing that he always brought, was that charm, and that the music in all the games is can't compare to any other game. I don't know, it's something near and dear to my heart, so I don't know if it's a tribute thing that I'm going through right now or whatever, but it really hit me personally, because I was pretty depressed for the announcement of his death. I mean, I did tear up, sounding like I'm getting lower lip and quivering right now, but he meant a lot to me. I mean, you talk about the guy that freaking cut half his salary just so he could make sure that nobody got laid off at the company when they were going through financial troubles. Talk about the guy that actually took his leadership role as president, or whatever his leadership role was, and when Earthbound was about to get canceled, said, no, I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to reprogram it, and we're going to make this game great, and it's become a cult classic. I mean, he pretty much was a developer on one of my favorite games on Nintendo, which is Balloon Fight. I cannot tell you how many times I've played Balloon Fight with my brothers and my dad, and we listened to Boston, Fleetwood Mac, Kansas, and he'd just have it blaring on the radio. We just play non-stop co-op. I mean, and of course, trying to chase each other, popping our own balloons. It's hilarious. Simple fun, and that's what games are all about. So that's my whole Iwata Nintendo spiel. Like I said, I'm going to continue to play these games, and I can't wait for Star Fox. I don't care what people said about the gyroscope and everything. I will be buying that.
Do you have to do that? That's my question.
I'm hoping you can turn it off, but from what I've been told, you can't. I'm hoping they put an option in where you don't have to, because if you have to, I won't like it. I'd love to
do it with a Pro controller.
That's the weirdest thing, dude. So they did a study. I keep talking about Nintendo, but they did a study on Splatoon. They said like 80% of people that play Splatoon play with the motion control on the Wii gamepad, and I can't do that. I immediately went into the options and I made it freaking right stick aim, left stick move, because that's how I played all my other FPS and third-person shooters with, a controller. I can't imagine going like this up and down and then using the right joystick left and right. That's so weird. But I don't understand how people are using it and loving it.
But then again, you got to keep in mind, a lot of people that are playing that game, that's their first-person shooter.
You are totally correct. Third person, whatever. I know what you mean. Yeah, absolutely. And it's a fantastic game. I mean, with all of the stuff that they've come out with since its release, I know people bash it saying, or they had content on the disc and they never released it. Well, you know what? You're getting it for free. It's not like Marvel vs. Capcom. It's not like Destiny. It's not like all that stuff that we've already yelled about. This is stuff that they're releasing on the disc in timely manner so that it will make you want to come back and play it, like they're doing with Smash, like they're doing with Mario Kart. It's like, you know what, we're going to put 150cc mode. Okay, we're going to do 200cc mode or whatever. They're giving you a reason to want to come back, and I think that's pretty ingenious right there, because it's a different way to, instead of you wanting to just get rid of the game once you're done with it, it's like, you know what, let's stick it out. Maybe they'll release something kind of cool in the future. So anyways, so that was my happy time, and now I got to talk about Arkham Knight. I'm going to tell you my score right now. Out of 10, I'm going to give this a 7.5. And Arkham City is my favorite, and that's going to stay my favorite without going into any details in the game. Combat. Okay, let me just do pros real quick for you guys. Pros. Game is freaking gorgeous. Can't make a prettidier Batman.
Wait a second. Let me ask you a quick question. Are you playing this on your PlayStation 4, or are you playing it on PC?
No, I did on the PlayStation 4. I didn't... Dude. I didn't want to go there, but if you really want to go there, of course, console port to PC failed. They should have developed for the PC first and then ported it to the whatever.
That's always what you're supposed to do.
Hey, you know what? If your system's so powerful enough, you should be able to run mediocre stuff then. Sorry. If you're going to call our stuff mediocre, doesn't matter. You should be able to run it.
I don't want a downplayed version.
Hey. I remember a time when a guy approached me saying, I would like to spend time with you and watch the games that you have on your Xbox 360 because I want to make a PC that's as powerful as the Xbox 360. I remember that. That shit was 8, 9, 10 years ago, but still. It wasn't one of you guys, so don't sit there thinking it was you.
No, I know. I was like, maybe. Anyways, the game is gorgeous. The combat's smooth and fluid as Arkham City, what you're going to find out. That's about it. The problems that I have with the game. And again, I am not spoiling anything. I've already gone through my head and made sure I'm not going to say anything about the story. You guys know the story. If you don't, plain and simple, Arkham Knight wants to kill the Batman. And this is how the Batman dies. Anyways. To me, like I said, playing this game, okay, so you take Arkham Asylum and you take Arkham City. To me personally, playing those games makes me feel like that's 89 Batman and Batman Returns. Those two games right there, Arkham Asylum. And I know we're not comparing, well, that's not the voice of Michael Keaton. No, I know it's Kevin Conroy, but I'm just saying from a dark perspective, this is what I'm thinking of. Arkham Asylum's Batman 89, Arkham City is Batman Returns. Arkham Knight is Batman Forever.
Oh.
No, hold on, let me finish.
Does it have nipples?
It does. I'm telling you, and here's where I'm talking about gameplay. And I get it, Rocksteady. You want to make sure that we know this is a beautiful game, but close-ups of the chest, close-ups of the tire on the Batmobile as it comes barreling in, it goes, and then it goes into slow motion. You see that rim spin. You're just like, okay, it's a great-looking game. I get it, but not every time. I don't need it. And the whole, I got to call this person up. Okay, let's talk to Lucius now. Okay, let's talk to Commissioner Gordon now. Okay, I never heard Batman have to talk to so many people.
Did you do the thing where you rotate? Did you? Well, yeah, he does that in all the games, actually.
Oh, yeah, I rotated it and looked at the back, and yeah, it's a complete reflection.
Well, did you ever do it so that it looked like the person he was talking to was that person in the Batman suit?
No, I didn't even think about that.
Like, put Lucius Fox in there, he's like, I'm Batman. Like, I'm Batman.
I just... Batman to me in Asylum and City, and, you know, Ian, you've played these, so correct me if I'm wrong, because it has been a while since I've played them. I always thought Batman worked alone mainly. Yes, he had to use his own intel, like talking to, you know, letting Alfred know, okay, yeah, drop my suit on
like
the
an
rooftop
investigator.
right there. On its way, sir. And it's like Alfred would call me, sir, just to let you know, you still have outstanding crimes out there. You know what? I don't give a shit. Let me play the damn game the way I want to. If I want to go find this person, I'll go find this person. If I want to go take over this area, make sure that that's cleaned up, fine, I'll do it. But you know what? I don't really give a shit about this town. I want to finish the story because I don't really care that there's criminals in the streets. Stop yelling at me because I'm not doing what you want me to do. And then stop telling me what to do because I need to tell this person about what this happened here. No.
I don't want to live your life.
Especially when Alfred's like telling me, I really think you should talk to this person. No, I don't want to. What are you going to do now? You going to sit there in your house? And okay,
no,
so
he's not going to sit there in his house. He's going to sit there in your house.
I want the Alfred from Gotham. Alfred in this annoyed the hell out of me because he just kept saying, sir, just to let you know, we have another upgrade ready for you on the Batmobile. And yes, you want to talk about Batmobile? Let's talk about Batmobile. And yes, I did change the controls. Before anybody says, well, you know you can change the tank controls. Yeah, I know, I did. But you know what? If you're a developer and you don't really specialize in driving games, maybe it's not a good idea to add it. Just saying. I get the concept, yes. I don't understand why Rocksteady kept saying in their interviews, well, if we're going to make a Batman game, this is going to be the last one. We need to make sure everybody can drive in the Batmobile because that's what everybody wants. I never wanted that. I loved gliding around like I did in Arkham Knight. When they said, sir, I think you should take the Batmobile, you know what I said? Fuck it. Whoosh! and I took off.
Now here's my thought process, and I see where you're coming from, and I've watched Ryan play it, and I've watched him do the like down the road where you're staying on the road because you're hitting everything on the other sides.
Oh yeah.
And it's one of these things where it's like it would be interesting if it was kind of a novel thing that was in there. It was, I don't know, let's say Catwoman-esque.
Speaking of novel things, this was another thing that struck me odd. And again, I'm not spoiling anything, I promise you. But when you go into GCPD, why is there a museum for every villain? And you can actually listen to a recording of a narrator talking about this villain. Oh yes, this is Mr. Freeze from Arkham City, and this is his weapon that he used. And I'm thinking, this isn't a museum, it's a police station. Why do I have to hear them talk about these these villains that I've captured in other games?
Oh.
Didn't understand it. It's weird. The last thing, and I know I'm going along, but the last thing, and tell me right now, Ian, I've already told John, and I'm not spoiling anything. Can I tell you what the final boss battle includes if I'm not telling you who it is or what it is, but just what you have to do?
Is it QTEs?
No, it's worse than that. It's doing a stealth mission in the Batmobile.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. No, I think I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, sneaking around with a jet engine Batmobile silently to chase something, and I won't say what it is. But then you have to play cat and mouse, and once this certain something sees you, guess what you got to do? You got to race like a motherfucker, and you got to drive around this obstacle course like in Rush or in Crazy Taxi or whatever you want to call it, with these pillars in the way, and you have to dodge it. And if you don't, guess what happens? Immediate explosion. And guess what sucks? Having to wait for that load time and having that damn stupid-ass Arkham Knight going, "Got your Batman."
I finally found a way to kill the Batman.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, though, those are one of the most, like, going back and playing through the games, those scenes right there, it's weird to see it go from, like, 30 frames a second to 60 frames a second, because there's nothing else on the screen except for that character, so they're able to move, like, really smooth. So the first time in Origins, when the Joker, like, gets real close to the camera, I was like, dude, that's too much.
So, yeah, that was and again, one of the things that pissed me off the most about Origins was what Ian just said, the QuickTime event to end the game. Now, I did finish the game. When I say finish, I didn't 100% it, because I'm not going to.
Oh, no.
I 50%ed it, and I got my ending. But the way that they end it, with the cat and mouse, and then you got to sneak up, and you don't even fight. And that's the thing that I loved about the combat. So these big-ass, huge monster guy, or buffed up steroid guys. And that's another thing, is Batman's got a rage issue, and I think he's taking steroids, but I'll tell you about that in a second. So I love the combat where you'd have to do a combo move, whether it be use the cape or do a special back, jump over them and do a back thing, and you can just punch the shit out of them by just button mashing. I love that, because that just makes me feel like I'm just beating the hell out of him. I'm just like, yeah, you're dead, or you're knocked out, or whatever, because Batman doesn't kill. He shoots rubber bullets, mind you. Getting to that point, what was I even trying to get to?
I don't know what you were talking about.
But you're angry.
At one point, I thought we were talking about the end of Origin, after we were talking about the end of Night, and
the one thing I guess would be a good thing, or the way that they try to keep the player playing when they don't realize, oh, I was supposed to 100% it to get to complete ending, is the way that they transition from the ending. I'm not going to say anything, but the way that they transition from the final mission in the campaign to, hey, dumbass, you got all these side missions you got to do. It's clever, but it sucks, because it's at the end, somebody goes, well, I'm going to take time to repair all this stuff that's been blown to hell, but in the meantime, why don't you just go, do all that stuff that you never did? Again, just to end it, I didn't even like the voice of the Arkham Knight, because it sounded like if anybody played Saints Row, I think I was corrected, it's either 3 or 4 where it starts out in I think it's 3, where it starts out in the bank heist as a tutorial, and you hear the guy with the voice modifier, and he's like, "Let's get serious." That is how Arkham Knight sounds, and he's a whiny little bitch. and he's an annoying, whiny little bitch. And he just keeps saying, "Yeah, Batman, I know who you are. You want to know how? Guess what? You have to find out. Hey, Batman, I'm gonna get you."
So one of the things that I haven't told you guys is that on one of the nights when Ryan was doing his stream when he was playing Batman, so I'm a moderator for his streams, but I've had to stop watching this particular game. Somebody actually came in and put in this post about that long. And in those chats, that's a lot of information. Put in a post this long stating who the Arkham Knight is and what character or characters die.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dick. And you read it?
Oh, I read half of it before I realized what was going on and booted.
Kind of went, oh shit.
Oh yeah, no, I blocked it as quick as I could and booted the guy. But there's still that 40-second delay, so I'm like looking at the screen like, did Ryan see it?
No.
And all of a sudden he looks over and goes, "Oh, but what the? Did you get okay?" Because he read a chunk of it too.
And that's like the end. You don't even. I mean, all of this stuff where you're like, where they always say, "Who's the Arkham Knight?" You find that out right in the final boss battle, and you're just like,
"I'm the Arkham Knight."
That's nice. Well, the only cool thing is that actually makes me want to find out who this person is in comic book history. That is.
Yes, I know who it is.
Again, I'm glad to have played it, I guess. I'm glad I didn't buy it. I'm glad I borrowed it from a friend.
Oh my God, you are making me feel like I'm fucked.
No, you're not. And I think and that's the thing. You liked Origins.
Just hates certain games sometimes.
Well, you liked Origins more than I did, so you might like this more than I did. And that's where I think it's different. I'm not saying everybody don't buy, don't play, whatever. If you like the Batman games and you like that combat, just deal with the Batmobile. And there's certain missions that you have to use the Batmobile, and it sucks.
Every other.
The Riddler. Oh yeah. Oh my God. The funniest thing is, towards the end of the game, and I'll end on this. I promise. Towards the end of the game, you actually have to use a grappling hook, attach it to a pillar that looks like it's about to fall apart, and it actually can support the weight of the Batmobile as you're what do they call it? Rappelling down a cement tube thing, because you have to use the cannon inside the Batmobile to destroy some walls.
Batmobile has a cannon?
Oh yeah, Batmobile has a 40mm cannon, bro. You got to blow up them cars somehow. And
so
of course,
a grenade launcher.
And of course, the people don't die in the cars.
Well, no, because they're rockets.
Yeah, the explosions. Rubber. It's fireworks. They just get a good show. Woo! It's like
all about the gas explosion.
Oh, and the steroid thing. So the reason why I think Batman's a steroid user is because I was walking through the jail at the GCPD, just minding my own business, and this little bitch came up to the jail gates and was like, "Hey, Batman, you suck. You put me in here." Blah blah blah. He's talking shit to me, so I was like, "All right." So I walk over to him, hit the punch button, actually take him by his head and slam his head into the gate. And he goes unconscious. I was like, "What?"
You roid raged.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know that I would do that, but okay, good night. So,
you're an asshole.
Yeah. So yeah, when you hear that guy talking, if you want to see him get knocked the hell out, just hit the X button, I think is what it is, on the Xbox, or the square button. Yes, I know, I tried to cover both. Or the, let's see, what button is it, John, on the keyboard? F for fuck.
F. It's E for eject.
Oh, yes. So anyways, I'll end on that. It's a good game if you guys want to play it, but it's not great by any means. And I don't think it should be in anybody's Game of the Year category. But that's just me.
I may put it in my Game of the Year category just to
Oh my God.
Just to get his attention.
Oh, my next game that I'm going to play soon will be Far Cry 4. I got that.
Did you buy that?
For $20. Why am I going to hate it?
Yep.
All right. Damn it.
If you didn't like Knight, yeah. No. Because keep in mind, the guy I'm watching play Knight quit 4.
Damn. But it's over the top, and I liked 3, and I liked... All right, well, anyways.
Yeah.
Another episode, I'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that at a later time.
Yeah.
John, You got anything you want to throw out there before we wrap this up?
No, I got nothing, man.
Okay. Scott, you got anything else that you're working on the side? Because I'm going to plug a bunch of shit here at the end.
Oh, no, plug away. Pretty much you guys know where to find me. I'm going to start trying to tweet more. If you guys want to give us a follow at superbarleybros.com, damn it.
.com. That would
At
be our email
Super Barley
addresses.
Bros on Twitter. I'm going to try to start posting more. I did link the account to my phone. But you guys can find me, Flip42, FL1P42. I don't stream, or at least I probably should, but I don't. But anyways, Ian, plug everything that you got going on because I know you got a shitload of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm on just about every social media thing as Fiend75002. You can find me on. I need to download Periscope. That's what I need to do. You can find me on Vine, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I don't think you can find me on Facebook. Is that? I don't know. Friendster.
What's the Facebook?
Prodigy. IMC.
Smack my bitch up. Oh, wait, not that. Sorry.
I'm on YouTube that way too. And I'm also, as we've mentioned before, I'm also on another podcast called The Late Night Enforcers, and that's me and Ryan. It's a small group. Primarily we do live podcasts where we have a chat so that people can interact with us. But we will do one-offs where it's just me and him talking about bullshit that we don't want other people interjecting their bullshit into. So we may do that every now and then. Feel free to follow both the Super Barley Brothers on YouTube and the Late Night Enforcers on YouTube, because that's when you'll know when any of those have anything new coming up, or subscribe to us on the iTunes. I'm not sure if Late Night Enforcers is there, but I know that we're there. So.
Sounds good. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. You guys have a beautiful night. Don't do anything I would do because, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, you get in trouble.
Yes. All right, good night, everybody.
Night all.